Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of The Language Lounge. I'm Alex.
And I'm Emma. Today we're diving into a fascinating topic: the science of learning English, what actually works. Whether you're just starting your language journey or looking for new insights, we've got plenty of simple, interesting facts about the psychology and neuroscience behind learning English.
That's right, Emma. In today's episode, we're going to explore how our brains pick up a new language, and we'll break down some effective methods to help you improve your English. But before we jump in, if you enjoy our conversation, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more tips and discussions.
Absolutely. We love having you with us. Now let's start with a little background. Many of you often ask, how do we really learn English? And what does science say about language learning? Science gives us some clear guidelines. Learning a language isn't magic. It's a skill that involves our brain's natural ability to adapt and change.
So let's start with the basics. Our brains have a special ability called neuroplasticity. It means our brain can change and adapt through practice. When we learn something new, like English, our brain makes new connections. Imagine it like building new pathways in a garden. Each time you practice, the path becomes clearer and easier to follow.
Exactly. And researchers have found that repetition and exposure are key to building those pathways. For example, when you learn a new word or phrase in English, repeating it helps your brain remember it. This is why it's important to practice speaking, reading, and listening every day.
Right. This is where a technique called spaced repetition comes into play. It means that if you review the new information at regular intervals, it helps reinforce your memory. Scientists say that our brain needs time to process and store information, and revisiting it over time makes it stick.
And the good news is, there are many free tools and apps that use spaced repetition to help you learn English. They remind you to review words and phrases at the right time, making your study sessions more effective and less overwhelming.
Now moving on to psychology. Our feelings and mindset play a big role when learning a language. One key idea is motivation. If you are excited about learning English and set clear goals, you're much more likely to succeed.
That's so true, Alex. When we are motivated, our brains release chemicals like dopamine. Dopamine is sometimes called the reward chemical because it makes you feel good when you achieve a goal. So, every time you learn a new word or master a new phrase, celebrate that achievement. It encourages your brain to keep learning.
Another psychological factor is reducing anxiety. Many learners worry about making mistakes or speaking in public. But research shows that stress and anxiety can block learning. It's important to create a comfortable, low-pressure environment when practicing English.
One way to reduce anxiety is by practicing with a friend or a study group. When you learn with others, it helps build confidence. Also, remember, mistakes are just part of the learning process. Every error is a chance to learn something new.
That's a great point, Emma. And another helpful tip is to keep a positive attitude. If you believe in yourself and remain patient, even small improvements will lead to significant progress over time.
Let's talk about some simple, effective strategies that combine both neuroscience and psychology. One of our favorites is active learning. Instead of just listening or reading passively, active learning involves engaging with the language. For instance, you might try speaking out loud, writing short paragraphs, or discussing topics in English.
Yes, and one specific method is shadowing. It means you listen to a native speaker and repeat immediately what they say. It's like dancing with the language, matching the speaker's rhythm and sounds. This technique helps improve your pronunciation, listening skills, and overall fluency.
Another technique is immersion. Try to surround yourself with English as much as possible. Watch English movies or TV shows, listen to English songs, or even change your phone's language settings to English. Immersion helps your brain adjust to the new language naturally, similar to how babies learn to speak.
And here's a fun fact. Our brains process music differently from normal speech. So when you listen to songs in English, you not only improve your language skills, but also enhance your memory for new vocabulary. Plus, it makes learning more enjoyable.
That's right, Alex. Also, using language apps can be very beneficial. Many of these apps incorporate game-like features and rewards, which tap into that dopamine-driven reward system we mentioned earlier. This keeps learning engaging and fun.
Let's not forget about reading. Even simple stories, news articles, or comic strips in English can help you see grammar in action and expand your vocabulary. When you encounter a new word, try writing it down and looking up its meaning. Later, practice using it in your own sentences.
Another excellent strategy is to set regular, manageable goals. For example, aim to learn 5 new words every day or have a short conversation in English at least once a week. Goals help guide your practice and give you a sense of achievement when met.
Moving deeper into neuroscience, let's discuss the role of practice and the brain's reward system. Our brain builds memories through a process called consolidation. This happens especially during sleep when your brain organizes and strengthens the information learned during the day.
So, if you study a bit before bed, you might find that you remember things better the next morning. It's like your brain is filing away your new knowledge for future use.
Right. And the reward system we talked about earlier isn't just about motivation, it's essential for reinforcing learning. When you receive positive feedback, either from yourself or others, your brain releases chemicals that reinforce the pathways associated with that learning experience.
This is why interactive activities like language games or group discussions can be so powerful. They combine learning with immediate rewards, making your brain more willing to invest energy into language acquisition. It's a scientific way to make learning stick.
Exactly. And don't worry if you don't see rapid progress at first. Building strong neural connections takes time. The more you practice, the more your brain adapts, and the easier it becomes to recall English words and structures.
Now that we understand some of the science and psychology behind learning English, let's talk about creating a routine that works for you. A regular practice routine can greatly improve your learning efficiency.
For beginners, consistency is key. Even if you only study for a short time every day, that daily exposure can make a big difference. Try to set aside a specific time each day for your English practice, whether it's in the morning, during lunch, or before bed.
And make your sessions varied. One day, you could focus on listening by watching a short video in English. Another day, try reading or having a conversation. This variety not only keeps things interesting, but also helps engage different parts of your brain.
It's also a great idea to track your progress. Write down new words you learn, record yourself speaking, or even keep a journal in English. Over time, you can look back and see how far you've come, and that can be very encouraging.
Don't be discouraged by mistakes. Remember, making mistakes is a normal part of the learning process. What matters is that you keep trying and continue practicing every day.
Before we wrap up, let's share some final tips. 1. Always try to use English in real-life situations. Don't be afraid to speak with native speakers or join language exchange groups. The more you use English, the more natural it will feel.
2. Be patient with yourself. Learning a language is a journey, and every step, big or small, is progress. Celebrate your victories, no matter how minor they seem.
And 3. Enjoy the process. Learning can be fun when you mix in activities you love, like watching movies, playing games, or even cooking while following an English recipe. The more you enjoy it, the faster you'll learn.
To all our viewers out there, thank you for joining us today. We hope these insights into the science of learning English help you feel more confident on your journey. Remember, every little step counts, and science shows that your brain is always ready to learn.
Before we go, if you found today's episode helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. We have lots more exciting topics coming up, and we'd love for you to join our community of language learners.
Yes, and don't forget to leave a comment below with your questions or tips that have helped you learn English. We love hearing your experiences and learning together.
And if you know someone who could benefit from these tips, share this video with them. Together, we can make the journey of learning English a fun and successful adventure.
That's all for today's episode of The Language Lounge. Keep practicing, stay curious, and remember, the path to mastering English is paved with small, consistent steps.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone. We'll see you next time with more insights and fun conversations on language learning.